I've been using Perplexity AI for almost 2 years now, and for the most part, I've been subscribing to the Pro subscription on this platform. So I have a lot of things to say about Perplexity. So in this video, I'm going to tell you the things that I like from Perplexity, and later I will also discuss the things I dislike from this AI tool. So hopefully at the end of the video, you can decide whether or not you should be staying with the free version or you be paying $20 a month for Perplexity Pro. And by the way, speaking about paying, there is actually a way to get a discount, at least for the first month of your Perplexity Pro subscription. If you're interested, you can check the link in the video description. But anyway, let's discuss about 4 things that I like, and then later 4 things that I dislike from Perplexity Pro. So the first thing that I like is that when you're subscribing, you are going to be getting more AI credits. So if you're using the free version, you are only getting, I think, $3 credits or maybe 5 credits a day, if I'm not mistaken. But on the Pro Perplexity, you are getting 300, and some people even getting 600 credits a day. The reason why some people are getting more credits is, let's say, I don't know, but I think it is because some people are early adopters, early users of Perplexity, and that's why they are getting more credits. Because as far as I know, I think about a year ago they changed the price, not the price, they changed the plan. It used to be 600, but now it is 300. But regardless of the number of 300 or 600 credits a day, that's a lot of credits in a day. So I don't think you are going to be able to spend all of it in one day. Maybe if you have a plan to do so, I guess it could be possible. But I consider myself to be using Perplexity a lot, and even that, I never reach 100 credits a day. So it's almost like it's always available, and in my eyes, it's just basically unlimited amount of credits. So that's one benefit of using the Pro version. And the second thing that I like is we have the options to try a different AI model. If I go to the settings page right here, you'll see that Perplexity is combining, not really combining, but collecting multiple AI models, and it's up to you to choose which model that you prefer the most. So as you can see here on the Perplexity Pro section, there is a menu to change the AI model. There is a model from Sonar, which is developed by Perplexity. There is also GPT-4o from OpenAI. There is also Cloud 3.7 Sonnet, which was released, I think, yesterday. So it's very, very new, but I like that Perplexity company is very proactive and they're just implementing the new model as soon as it is available. And then there is also Grok 2. There is also Gemini 2.0 Flash from Google. So you have the option to choose which AI model that you think is the best. And of course, if you are go to the homepage, you have the option to select a different AI models. There is reasoning with R1, there's reasoning with O3 Mini, and then there is also deep research. Now, deep research is actually a new feature in Perplexity AI. I think it is based on the Sonar Reasoning Pro model, again, developed by Perplexity, and it's actually very, very good at answering complex questions. I've been using it if I want to do some research. It took quite some time to finish, but I like that by the fact that it's going to explain everything to you. I like using this mode when searching something on Perplexity. Now, if you have created an interaction, a thread on Perplexity, you can always rewrite the answer with a different AI model. So this is actually using, I believe, deep research. I'm searching for AI news and enabling the deep research. And as you can see, there is a chain of thought thinking. I think that's quite a lot, especially for just a simple question like the latest AI news. But yeah, that's the benefit of using the deep research mode. And here you see there is a button that says rewrite, and I can rewrite the content, let's say using GPT-O, and it will rewrite everything back using that particular model. So sometimes some models are good at one thing, some other models are good at the other thing. If you want to use Perplexity for, let's say, physics, then maybe you want to use something like Cloud. If you want to use it for, let's say, math, maybe GPT is better. So basically, that's the benefit of using Perplexity Pro. There are multiple AI models, and they do have different strengths and weaknesses. So that's the second point of Perplexity Pro when it comes to AI options. The third thing that I like is you have the option to generate an image. So if you look closely here at the right side, there is an image that says generate image. There is a button that says generate image. So if I click on it, I can select the image style that I prefer for the image generation. This is not available for the free user, so you have to subscribe to the Pro to get this feature. And I can also insert my custom prompt if I want, but I guess I'm going to be using just the default prompt. And let's try using this style, photograph style. It will instantly create an image. Just a few seconds should appear in here. Okay, there you go. So there's this picture that was created based on this answer. So this answer is going to be compiled into a simple prompt, and this is the result. Maybe if I'm using my own prompt, it's going to be better, but I guess this is not bad. And if you look closely, it says Flux. So Flux is one AI image model in Perplexity. You can actually change the model by going to the settings page, and there is an option to change the image model from Flux to something else if you prefer. Again, it is in the Perplexity Pro section. There is an option to change the image generation model. We have Playground, we have DALL-E, we have Flux. So instead of one, we have 3 different AI models. And again, they are different. Some models are good at one thing, others are good for the other thing. And if you want to create, let's say, an illustration or a cover image, then that thing can be created directly in the Perplexity AI. That's something that not every AI tool have. Now you have the option to research, and at the same time, you can also generate an AI image. Now, I think the fourth thing that I like from Perplexity is Perplexity API. I think this is a feature that not many Perplexity users are using, but that's quite a shame because this feature is really, really good. Now, if I go to the settings page, I can navigate to the menu called API. And then here, basically, if you're subscribing to the Pro subscription, you are granted $5 of Perplexity API credit. I've been using almost all of it, so I only have this amount of credit available. And the benefit is that you can use this and you can get the API key, and you can create application, you can create a chatbot, you can even create automation via something like make.com or Zapier. I know some people are actually making really cool automation, and it was powered by Perplexity API. And the model that is available in Perplexity API are quite diverse. So there is a Sonar model again from Perplexity. There is also Sonar Reasoning Pro, Sonar Reasoning, Sonar Pro, Sonar, and then there is R11776. I think this is from DeepSeek that has been removed from censorship. So DeepSeek is from China, but Perplexity decided to release this R11776 that has been cleaned, so it's not going to be censored like questioning anything about the Chinese government. And you can use these models via Perplexity API. You can get the API key and then paste it to your application or to your automation in make.com, and you will get answer from the AI in this list. And it's actually quite affordable. If you are running out of credits, you can buy again. It is considered to be among of the cheapest. And again, they are online except for R11776, but everything else is online. So you can create your own chatbot that is online, just like Perplexity web interface. Although when it comes to research, I think the web interface on Perplexity is way, way better. But regardless, I've been using this API a lot, and actually there's one project where someone needs something with their work, and instead of doing complicated things, I'm just developing a Chrome extension, and it was powered by Perplexity API. They really happy that I can make something like that because it makes their work a lot easier. So that's a feature that I think a lot of people are not going to appreciate, but Perplexity API is very, very useful. And $5 is a lot. Like, you can create a lot of things with just $5 because the Sonar model is very, very cost efficient. And I actually have made a video about how you can utilize this. Like, you can create your own chatbot using or being powered by Perplexity API. You can check that in this channel. But that's basically the 4 things that I like. I like the fact that we have more credits. There is AI, more AI options. There's also image generation, and then there's also Perplexity API credit, $5 credit, which effectively means that you are only paying $15 instead of $20 amount on Perplexity Pro. Now, let's talk about the things that I dislike from Perplexity AI. And it's actually quite annoying that I have to say this because I really like Perplexity, but yeah, eventually there are other things that I dislike from this platform. So, number one, despite the fact that we have a lot of AI models, a lot of times the AI models that are listed here are changed and it's so sudden. Like, I think just a few months ago we have Llama from Meta AI, but now we don't have Llama model anymore and they just dropped the model. So we used to have Mistral, we used to have other models. Basically, I don't remember exactly, but we used to have a lot of AI models, but for some reason Perplexity is often replacing them or dropping the support for those models. And this is really a problem because some people do like the answer or the response from certain models. Like some people like using Mistral, some people are happy using Llama, but eventually Perplexity decided to remove the models and then we have to use a different model. Now, this is just a minor inconvenience, but I do know some people that are they just cannot work unless you're using that particular model that has been dropped by Perplexity. So my advice is when you're using Perplexity, even though you can pick a model, eventually you have to learn on how you have to prepare that at some point maybe Perplexity is going to replace or change or maybe drop the model altogether. So that's one thing you have to keep in mind. Not all models here is going to be here forever. They are going to be changed eventually. Now, the second thing that I dislike is when you are asking something on Perplexity, sometimes, or I would say most of the time, the response on Perplexity AI is going to be shorter than, let's say, when you are using it on the official website. For example, if you are asking a question or asking the AI to create an essay, let's say 300 or 1000 word essay, Perplexity is not going to be able to do that most of the time. Like you have to do a lot of complicated prompting to get that amount of word in that in the response. But if you are asking the AI, let's say via OpenAI or via Cloud, to write 1000 word essay, it's going to do that. So in many ways, Perplexity answer is going to be shorter than the answer that you're getting from OpenAI or Cloud. I think it has something to do that it has a limited token. So I do think that Perplexity utilizes a lot of system prompting and it takes a lot of token for the system prompt, and that's why the answer is going to be shorter compared to when you're using it on the official website like OpenAI, ChatGPT, or Anthropic Cloud AI. So that's one thing that you have to keep in mind, that generally speaking, the answer from Perplexity AI, even though you're subscribing to the Pro subscription, is going to be a bit shorter than when you're using the official the AI from the official website. So that's the second thing. The third thing is related to mobile version of Perplexity. So there is a mobile version of Perplexity, and it's very useful. It has some features that are not available in the desktop version, like it has the option to communicate via voice. You can also get better user interface, better experience. But one thing that I dislike is that it's not very consistent. Like on the mobile version, you cannot generate image. On the desktop version, you can generate AI image, but for some reason on the mobile version, you cannot do that. Like it's really minimum when it comes to features, which is very disappointing. But I do think it's going to be improved in the future. Now, that's the thing that I dislike. The third thing. The fourth thing is still related to UI consistency, particularly about the AI model selection. I think I've shown you earlier that when you want to search something on Perplexity, you have this option. You can choose whether using deep research or reasoning with R1 or reasoning with O3 mini, or you can also select the default model via the settings page. Like from here, you can select Sonar, GPT-4o, Cloud, Grok, Gemini, etc. And it's really inconsistent. Why do we have two different options, two different ways to select the AI model? And on each menu, they show you different AI models. Like, why there is no consistency here? And not to mention, after you are getting the answer from AI, for some reason, when you want to rewrite the content, you have all the options. So that's very, very inconsistent. Why do they have different menus for the same thing? I wish they just fixing this problem, because it's really annoying. But again, it's just a minor inconvenience. I think for most of the time, it's okay to just, rewrite the answer or set up the default model on your Perplexity account. So that's, I think, the last annoying thing that I dislike from Perplexity Pro AI. Now, it's really up to you to decide whether or not you should be paying or staying with the free version of Perplexity. I think the free version is good enough. Remember, you are getting 5 credits a day. Not a lot, but if you're just a casual user, I don't think you have to pay. I think it's kind of overkill. And not to mention that there is a browser called the Arc browser that lets you use Perplexity as a search engine, and you don't even have to log into your account. And anyone that's using that browser can use the Perplexity for search. I think the browser is called Arc. This is how you can describe it. This is the official website of the Arc browser. And you can use this browser to search anything on Perplexity for free. So that's one alternative. But if you feel like you are much more comfortable using the Pro version, then you can definitely subscribe to the Pro version. And I have the link for a discount in the video description. You can check it out. So yeah, that's basically my honest review about Perplexity Pro. Honestly, I like this tool despite some inconveniences, some drawbacks of the platform. But generally speaking, I just cannot live without this tool. I've been using it a lot, and it's changing the way I address my workflow. So yeah, if you find this video to be helpful, then please consider subscribing to this channel, and I'll see you on the next video.